Hi, I'm Madeline from Sheen Slings. One of the questions I get asked a lot is how to support baby's head when in a stretchy wrap. Parents are often worried that the stretchy wraps don't provide enough head support and find themselves having to hold. But actually there are 3 easy things you can do to help support your baby's head, and we should make it feel very different. The first one, counterintuitively, is check how they're sat in the wrap. They should be sat nicely on their bum, with all their weight on their bum, with their knees higher than their bum. However, it's quite often that when you're putting baby in, that they get a little bit fractious, they're not sure what's going on as they get in, and what might happen is that they end up straightened up, just because they wiggled as they went in. And when they end up straightened like this, we can see the knees are pointing down, the legs are hanging down, the weight is now on the inner thighs rather than on the bum. And what's happened is this has straightened baby's back. And by straightening baby's back, what's happened is their head is more prone to tip back. And it will feel more labile. Just the same as I've got a straight back at the moment and I can tip my head back loads. So it will feel more like you need to hold. It's really simple to fix if this happens, and it happens all the time, babies do wiggle. When they're going in, the easy way to fix this is to take your hands, slide them into the carrot, and scoop baby's bum towards you, and then lift and rotate their legs and just hold their knees for just a second to let their weight go onto their bum. Now adjust the fabric right into the backs of the knees. As soon as you've adjusted this fabric, they won't be able to straighten up again. Now they'll be sat really comfortably for the duration that you're using this sling. And now we can spread this back out, back onto their bum. And there we go. Again, we can see sitting comfortably, and because they're sitting comfortably, now their spine curves. And that curvature and the way that the vertebrae stack one on top of each other will now bring their head into your chest. And they won't be able to throw their head backwards or won't be able to lose control, and they will be much more stabilised against your body. The second thing to check is the position of this layer. Often parents pop it right down here to support the bum, but actually the support for the bum comes from these 2 crosses. Instead, we want this layer is to support the head, and we want a couple of rolls of fabric in the back of the neck. And so long as this is tight enough, that couple of rolls of fabric should be sufficient to be all the neck support your baby needs, or all the neck support your baby needs, in combination with that nice sat position that brings their head onto your chest. Sometimes parents don't feel like this is enough, and if you don't feel it's enough, there is another way you can. The third thing to check is that there is another way to get head support. And actually there are 2 ways of doing this. The way that most manuals show you is to use one side to cover the back of their head and get a little bit more soft head support. However, some babies love this and some babies absolutely hate it. Particularly any baby that's awake and wants to be awake will not tolerate this. And very many babies won't tolerate it asleep either. If your baby is like that, don't worry, you don't have to do it. Instead, you can support your baby's head by beefing up the support from this layer. And you can do that using a muslin. So you can just take any old muslin, roll it up until you have a sausage, and then literally just roll it in to that 3rd layer. And position it so that it sits right in the back of the baby's neck. So you don't have to have any material on their head at all. This just sits right in the back of their neck like a comfortable pillow. And now we should have loads of head support and you should feel really hands-free. I hope that was helpful. Bye.